Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Hurrdat Media Network.
All right.
You can see other shows that are on the Hurrdat Media Network at hurrdatmedia.com. Just click on network and you'll see, we have a ton of shows. So go check those out. Giles Files, Hollywood Raw. We have new shows coming on board. 68 shows.
Podcasts.
Nutty.
Yeah. Tons of fun.
Yeah.
There's something for everyone. That's
That's
like Baskin Robbins of podcasts.
38 flavors, or is it 60? How many flavors?
31.
31?
Close.
Okay.
Close.
Whatever.
54 states and 68 flavors. So we're good to go. I had to bring this up real quick. This is something we've talked about before. And I had to laugh that this is coming up now in another forum. Remember we were talking about all the stinking car washes everywhere?
Yeah. All over the place.
And like what would we come up with, like 5 or 6 different brands or owners or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
From Tommy's and Rocket and Speeders, and it's just like all these.
It's like somebody just invented the concept of somebody pulling in and getting your car cleaned. Have somebody else do it like it's a new idea. So weird. Yeah,
exactly. And I actually had been going to Rocket Wash, and they're updating the car wash that's closest to me, which is down on Center, 144th and Center-ish. And they're updating. They just bought that from Dolphin. And so they closed it because they're putting all new stuff in there. So I had to go to one of the other car washes this last week. And they had a super, super deal going on. It was, I think it was $20 for unlimited for the month.
That
they
a good
were
deal.
doing on that day. And I was like, okay, you got me. Sign me up. We'll talk about that later, Centris. I know. Anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's a forum, and it's called 500 Millennials of Omaha. It's on Facebook. Has about 8,000 members. And one of the members shared a link, and it just said, well, actually, it's just a post. What in the Breaking Bad is the deal with all these new car washes popping up all over?
That's awesome.
And
What in the Breaking Bad?
That is the best reference.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. And if you don't remember, you didn't watch Breaking Bad, A1A Car Wash was Albuquerque car wash that Walter White worked in as a cashier before he quit after he found out he had cancer. And then it was later bought by him and his wife, Skylar, to launder their money from their new venture.
So what we're trying to say is all these places are fronts for people that are selling drugs.
So I'm sure they're glad we brought that up. So
yeah, right? If anything happens, I am not sad. I'm not depressed. I'm not planning on offing myself. If anything happens, just so we know.
Nope, not at all. I am not. I am 100%.
I'm good to go.
Fine. But I am kind of wondering if anybody that does own any of those car washes wants to step forward and just explain. I mean, seriously, how profitable are they? I mean, obviously they have to be, because if you go through for $10 and they spray it, and then nobody's even in there, it's all automatic car washes. Yeah. $10 to drive through, and it takes you like 2 minutes.
I know. I mean, if there's a line and you're getting, $10, $15 every 4 or 5 minutes, that's pretty good if it's packed all the time. But I don't know. I'm
really curious what the business model looks like for that. That's what I'm curious about. And hey, by the way, we have a guest that's going to be joining us here in just a little bit, and he's trying to join us right now on another platform.
I'm sending him a note. Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. All right. So anyway, I thought that was hilarious, that whole idea. But yeah, Centris, we'll talk about that in here in just a second. But I know on the other end of that spectrum is also looking for the good deals when you're going to some of these places, right? And you were talking earlier about Sophia has a little hang up.
Yeah. Well,
right now.
So like, even when you're talking about spending $20 unlimited car wash, that's a great deal. If you get, but
if you go more than once,
right. If you go more than once, it's a great deal. If you go more than once,
forget to go back
in the winter, that's a really good deal. It's a really good deal. But even paying full price for anything anymore is like, it gives me anxiety. Like I don't know if it's the hunt for the good deal, if it's just the fact that I don't want to spend any money. I don't know what it is, but I love, I've got all these, I'm part of this lady, her name's Crazy Coupon Lady, and she sends me emails every day. Found a great things through her.
And there's apps. I mean, there's like, you can save money on prescriptions if you had that discount, discount RX or whatever it is. They have apps specifically for that to help you save money. Why would you not take advantage?
Tons of ways to save cash. And also patience is the thing. Like if you're one of those people that like, I want this, I want it today, I'm not going to even compromise, and you go, whatever. But if you have patience, you'll find what you want at a good deal. Anyway, so yeah, I've been talking to Soph about saving money just in general and a savings account. And she dropped the bomb the other day. She's like, oh, my dream is as soon as I graduate high school, when I get my own apartment with a roommate. And we're like, okay, you know what? That's awesome. But here's where the savings comes in. And here's where being frugal. And it's just High Vizzle sends out their weekly or monthly, whatever, little sheet of coupons. I used one yesterday. Buy one thing of sushi, get another one for $1. Good deal. It was delicious lunch.
It is okay. We'll say this: the word coupon we need an update, because anymore you either download it to your card or you can swipe it with your phone. Very rarely do I see people with physical coupons.
And unfortunately, these had to be scanned for Hy-Vee, so I had to clip them.
So that's kind of kind of a little. Maybe that's something that's coming that they kind of need to. They're probably adapting their audience, right?
Probably.
I mean, because you think about their clients, that's going to run the gamut, and there are people that are older, that they don't want to do the smartphone, they don't have the rewards card, or maybe getting a rewards card was a big deal. Mm-hmm. But snipping the coupons, you do every once in a blue moon, you get behind somebody that's got that wad of coupons in there.
Oh, that pisses me off. There's nothing that pisses me, and I would do it. Like I just inside I'm like, like they get all the way through it, and then the lady's like, oh, hold on, I have coupons, and there's a whole bushel of them. Like, oh my God, like you didn't have that out, and then beep, 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 beep.
Yeah. I know, and there should be a lane that you've got the express lane. You should have coupon lane. And so if you have coupons,
it's slow AF lane.
But that's what it is. Going in.
Yes.
Going in, right?
So I'm all about coupons. Bennett's all about coupons. He'll download an app just for a free pizza. I love it. Sophia, on the other hand, is embarrassed. She says it's awkward for her to buy a Gatorade at the same Walmart that she works when she's after work. She's like, I can't. It's just awkward. I'm like, dude, it is the biggest retailer in the country, and you're embarrassed to buy a Gatorade at your own Walmart. She won't do it. So she will not take a coupon to a restaurant to eat anything. Nothing. No coupons.
Buy one, get one.
Nope.
BOGO.
No, she did take a Chinese one, Hy-Vee, buy one entree, get another one for $1, so her and her boyfriend Nick could go. As long as he's there to do it and somebody else at the register, that's fine. But it's too awkward for her.
I wonder why. What's the stigma?
I have no clue. I have no idea. I don't know. It's like it's the most random thing. Yes, she wants to save money, but won't do it.
But won't use the coupons. Would she? Does she have like a? I doubt she probably does, but I was going to say like rewards card, like at Hy-Vee or something like that, where she can load it up.
I don't think
with
so.
The discount. So when she swipes her card, it will automatically.
That would be too awkward.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
To do that.
To go like this. Bloop. You sound like Sophia.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I think it's a pain in the ass is because you have to intentionally load up the coupons or load up the savings. And it's like, if you have all these savings and you can go through online and you can pick the ones you want to load to your card, why can't I just have access to all of them? So when I check out, I get the instant savings.
Preach it.
Why do I have to
jump through a hoop?
Hoops.
Because I think they rely on the people that don't hoop jump. Those are the people they make money on. But
exactly.
I've been ever since I met Beth, we jump through every hoop, and it's amazing. I love hoop
You're
jumping.
Hoopers?
We are hoop jumpers. I love it. I'll go out of my way. It's just fun. It's addicting.
Pat and Beth are hoopers.
We are hoopers. we are hoopers. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And something else I did too this week, besides the $20 for a month of car washes, exactly what we were talking about just last week. The whole idea of, fixing your budget and paying attention to where you're spending your money. In this week, and granted, in the last 7 days, I have eaten out 3 times. That I rarely, if ever, had eaten out prior to us mentioning that out loud on this program.
That can add up super quick.
Really fast. So
unless, of course, you have a gentleman paying for it for you.
Well, you know the answer to that.
Okay, so you paid for it all by yourself. Got it.
Mine was pick up. Just pull up to the back door and toss it in the passenger seat, please. Thank you. But Charleston's, I love that champagne chicken salad.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that?
I have not.
Walt's champagne chicken salad. I just want to know if anybody else has had. That is the best salad. It is so good, and it's like a meal for two. It really is. See right there. There's a coupon you didn't even have to spend because you buy one, but you get enough for two people.
Yeah.
I had that, and then I also went to Austin's with mom and dad, and had their meatloaf. That also could serve a small family. It was a huge portion. So honestly, it really wasn't a bad deal because I did get to eat 3 meals off of that.
Okay, so that's not bad.
Maybe that's not such a bad
but
deal.
It's still. But you could have bought a pound of 80/20 at Aldi and made it for like $6 and eaten for a week.
Yeah.
But still, that's not a bad deal.
But it's so nice to have someone else cook it for you.
I know.
It really is.
but Beth and I don't even go out unless it's like a happy hour. We'll have entree, or if we have a coupon. And like, it's just because we have a coupon. We have a coupon. We're like those old people that are we are early bird, That's it. 100%.
4 o'clock. They start at 4. Let's get there early. Let's get down there. Right?
100%.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I love it.
I know. I don't know. But the problem is, and we've talked about this before, is that these kids have so much money now because they're making some more money, like $16 an hour. I mean, they're rolling thick, and they're checking thicker than I did until I was like a year and a half ago. Like, it's nuts. So they have all this expendable income, which is sitting around. So why not?
How is Bennett doing budget wise? Is he doing good with his, living with the guys, that they've got everything squared away? There haven't been any squabbles about who's been using too much water or who's been leaving all the lights on.
Are you kidding me? No, they just get the bill and they split it 3 ways. They don't. They
aren't economizing.
No, are you kidding? No, they're not economizing. They're worried more about getting furniture so they can set up a second living room in their garage instead of worrying about that other stuff. Yeah, no, but yeah, they haven't. But again, he's working and he's making at that age $2,500 a month working, and
I can't imagine.
Yeah,
Pat, I can't imagine if I was in the same situation. It is unbelievable to imagine that, to be, and as a parent too, growing up, and granted, our situation was better than our parents, right? So they're looking at us saying, "Oh my God, they've got it so easy." And now you're turn it around. Now you're looking at your kids going, "Oh,
they got it so easy. They don't even understand.
They don't even know.
They don't get it." Yeah, I know.
They don't have to ask you for money because they've got money.
I know.
That's a welcome. That's a welcome change, though. That's not a bad deal.
No, it's cool, and it's cool to see that, and it's cool to see them putting money into savings, and it's a cool feeling. It's just, what the heck?
It's just crazy. He's like, you want him to take? Why isn't he taking you out to dinner?
Right?
When's that going to happen?
I got to go over to his house today and hang up his speed bag in his garage for his buddies. So I'm like, dude, you could literally get on Thumbtack and pay somebody $50 to come over and have it done. He's like, no, I'll just wait. Like, it's not going to be straight. He grew up with me. He knows I'm not a handyman. So I don't know what he's thinking, but he wants to save some money. I'm like, all right.
Maybe it's just some quality bonding time.
Yeah, probably. Maybe. I hope so. Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. But you're right. He could get it done a lot quicker and a lot better if he just jump on
Thumbtack.
any of the many apps that are out there and grab somebody to come by and put it up for him. Bingo bongo. Oh my God. All right. Well, since we've been talking about it, we may as well just go with our 2 cents worth from Centris Federal Credit Union. And we've talked about it before, wiping out the bad spending habits. And obviously I am not paying attention, or maybe I am. I gotta go back and do the math, because if I'm getting 2 or 3 meals out of a meal that I bought at a really nice place to eat,
it's not bad. It's not a terrible decision.
I'm just thinking, but they're trying to help people kind of, cut back on a few things so you can put some money aside so you have some savings. And one of the big examples was going out to eat. Why not instead pack your own lunch, right?
It's actually fun.
Ahead.
It's fun. I know that's like an old person thing to say, but having your own lunch and bringing it, again, saving money. I'm all about it.
So many people that we work with, they food prep on Sundays. And then they have everything ready to go for the whole week. And it may not even be a financial thing. It's more of an ease, so they can just grab their meal and go.
I've tried food prepping though, and I went all in on a Sunday once, and there was like chicken breasts for days and broccoli and this, and that lasted 1 week because that was a super pain in the ass, and then also having all the checking all the week and everything. It's like, and so that next Sunday I'm like, nah.
Yeah, I get it. You gotta pick your battles.
Yeah.
But there are ways and places that you can definitely cut some corners and save a couple bucks. And Centris Federal Credit Union would love to help you do that. You can jump online or give them a call. They've got the experts right there ready and waiting for you.
Or if your dream is to move out right after with a roommate after high school, you should go on centrisfcu.org and read their blog on some tips, or call them at 402-334-7000.
That's fantastic. And now let's get to our guest who we're bringing on board.
Harrison finally made his way into the stream. Hi, Harrison.
Finally. Hi, good morning. Yeah, I thought it was at the Teams link, and I was like, oh, I don't know technology. Sure, you can do that with Teams.
See, and we assume a kid your age, you automatically grow up, you know the technology instantly. How old are you, Harrison?
No, absolutely not. I actually, among my friend group, I'm the one that lives under the rock.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, there's always one.
Yep.
Yeah. And I also say old 1920s slang, oh golly gee, just things like that. So I'm the grandpa of the group.
Yes, that is hilarious. Well, let's start off with right off the bat, because we know who you are, but just to kind of delve into what Harrison Cook does, who he is, and how he ended up being one of our coworkers at Hurrdat.
Let me ask him real quick. But yeah, so I work on the marketing team. I am a content editor, so I make sure everything sounds good, everything's on intent, everything's readable. Google likes it, I like it, that kind of thing. And then
does Google like golly gee?
Let me do the keyword research. I'll get back to you. I hope so. I mean, honestly, in this day and age, just the little simplest things. I take such pleasure in language. I love using archaic stuff.
Don't let it die. Don't let it. One of my favorite things is it's the more fun way of saying that you're kind of depressed, but saying that you have the morbs. Oh, yes.
Wow. Is that an old term or is that a new one?
Very old. So
is it?
It might be making a comeback.
Right there with the vapors.
The vapors. It's all the way back to before psychology was a thing. That's where it's if you eat this plant and it makes you sad, then you have the morbs, I think it's short for morbidity.
Never heard of that before.
Yeah. So morbs.
You should do a podcast all about old words.
Old words. Yawp. That'll be the first one. I love a good yawp and I love the morbs.
What's a yawp?
A yawp. Okay. So it's made famous by that one Walt Whitman poem that I can't remember the title of course, but it's basically just a barbaric shriek. So Thor yaps a lot in the Avengers. He yaps all the time.
Wow. I'm learning so much. I have no clue I've never heard any of this stuff. This is fascinating.
So
just having Walt Whitman on our podcast, this is a first.
Yeah. This is a first. Well, crazy enough, Walt Whitman is nuts. So he's just nuts. And the only reason why we have his poems today is because he self-published his work and he handed them out as pamphlets. And that's the only reason why we have that. And, he's considered a great, American writer. So
he's a great thinker, philosopher. Mm-hmm. Yes, without a doubt. Well, do continue on. So you take care of language stuff and you're working with the words and all that good stuff. Tell us a little bit more about you. What do you do in your spare time, dude?
What don't I do? I'm looking.
I know you like to write in general.
Yeah, I do write a lot. Right now, I'm working on a couple different features. This one magazine's kind of stiffing me a little bit. Not getting back to me. Yeah, so I have to be a little bit.
Are you morb about it?
I am. Well,
are you morbing?
I'm morbing, but also yapping because I'm just hey, you made
okay.
The contact. You reached out to me, want me to write this thing, and now you're not returning my emails. Right. That's not happening.
No.
But it's for this one. I'm not going to say the publication just in case if things do go through to get a paycheck out.
I was going to ask you, do you want to call them out? Because
no.
Okay. Not
call them out.
We'll get our gang together and
go after them. Dox them.
Just blast them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this piece is about. So I grew up in Iowa. I'm an Iowa boy, corn born and raised.
Mm-hmm.
Is what they say over there. And so I do a lot of writing about the Midwest, especially with regionalism. And so I wanted to work for this magazine. I said like, oh, hey, is there something that we can do? And literally all the writing samples I sent them were about the Midwest. And so they come back to me and they're like, and they're a European publication. Keep that in mind. And so they're like, do you want to write something about Iowa? And I'm just like, do you want to read something about Iowa? Like, you're Europe. and keep in mind, like, they have British accents. And like, I got on a phone call with them. My British accent isn't really good, but I'll try to do what he did. He was like,
I can't hear you to hear Iowa with a British accent. Go ahead.
But he was like, Harrison, how you talk about the Mississippi River and the Misery River, not the Missouri, the Misery.
I've heard it called that before, the Misery.
I mean, compared to the Mississippi, it's always miserable, right?
Yes.
But yeah, so I'm doing this piece about the rivers and different like longitudes of like historical events that happened. And so I'm literally in the research, in the trenches of research right now. Of course, there's stuff that you can find about the Mississippi River because that's such like a cultural touchstone.
Yeah, Lewis and Clark.
Everything, right? And the Misery River is kind of miserable to find stuff about because it's not as majestic, right?
Yeah.
As the Mississippi. So right now that's what I'm doing. I'm also trying to do some other things. Like I'm looking into Grant Wood. And apparently there is this nude painting that he did that he ended up having to he did a print and then the US Postal Service wouldn't ship it because it was too pornographic, but it was like a nude.
Didn't he put it in a package?
You got to dumb it down a little bit for us.
Grant Wood, like American Gothic, the painting.
Oh,
gotcha.
Yeah, like The Dentist.
Is that the TV show on FX?
Sister.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You do realize you're on the Pat and JT podcast, right?
Yeah.
The painting. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no. Grant Wood is a Midwest, Iowa famous regional painter.
It's so funny because when you said that, I was looking at the screen and I thought Pat and I looked a lot like the painting at that moment.
Right.
American Gothic. We're both just like,
huh?
But so allegedly there was this book that came out about like, all of Grant Wood's secrets. And so I'm trying to get a hold of the book and reading articles about it. But so he did this print of this nude figure, which he's not known for nudes. He's known for clothed, depressed people.
And nothing's better than a naked, depressed person.
Right. Oh my God.
Gosh, it's just,
there's the Morbs.
Right.
But so the U.S. Postal Service wouldn't ship it, too pornographic, and then apparently he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna, if you don't like the lithograph that I made, I'm gonna do like a painting of it instead." And the U.S. Postal Service was like, "Nope, that's still porn." And apparently he was so like embarrassed by it that like he cut the figure out, and then he painted cows in the background.
What? That's so weird.
It's so weird. And I don't know. And you're probably thinking like, Harrison, how do you find these weird kernels of Iowa history? I'm just like, they just find me. I don't know.
Find you.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Like the shipping, like, didn't he put it like in a box? Like, how did they even know what the painting was? Like, hey, did he just go to like the whatever UPS store and drop it off and like
UPS? What'd you say?
UPS.
Yeah, the Pony Express store and like, here, I need to ship this. And like, all right, cool, we'll be there in 6 weeks. And they they wouldn't even know what the painting is, right?
I mean, this was the 30s. I think things were run differently back then. They were like, we're going to send moral stuff through the mail.
It could be that maybe, right? I mean, maybe people didn't have their own packaging and envelopes.
Oh, maybe.
You had to take it to them and then they had to wrap it and send it. And you offended somebody's sensibilities.
Yeah.
You know, when the young clerk is sitting there going, I'm not going to wrap that.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's not something that we send in the mail. That's
There you go.
But outside of writing and research and all these weird rabbit holes I find myself into, I have a dog. I'm a dog owner.
I knew that. I was going to ask you, what kind of dog do you have?
So it's a Shiba Inu. And so they're related to Akitas and Huskies and Dogecoin. That's like the Doge.
That's the Doge, isn't it?
The Doge, yeah. His name is Freddie Mercury.
Awesome.
Because my dog, like Freddie Mercury, screams and has messed up teeth.
He yops? Does he yop?
And does he yop?
He yops at golden retrievers. So it's like it's weird because like Shibas are like the cats of the dog world, but also like they're not. They are. I don't know. Like when I first got him as a puppy, I was like, "What is this?" I invited a velociraptor into my life.
Right?
This is like pure chaos.
It's when I got my dog as a German Shepherd, and they have 2 stages. They have sleep and they have anarchy until they get a little over 2 or 3 years old. And now Jack is in he just loves sleep.
Yeah.
He's a teenager.
Same. I love sleep too.
Samesies.
That's awesome. Harrison, thank you so much for jumping on our podcast with us.
When we're all back in the office again, hopefully soon, then you'll just have to pop in randomly and just,
say hi.
Just hang out.
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome. It was great to see you what few times we did get to when we were all working.
Thanks for teaching us about morbing and yawping today, though.
Yeah.
And screaming dogs. That's what I'm good for.
Morbing, Yawping, and Freddie Mercury.
Yep. That might be the title. That'll be the title of it. What was it? Morbing, Yawping, and Freddie Mercury?
Freddie Mercury.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm writing that down, so that is the name of it. Awesome. Harrison, thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you.
You got it.
Bye.
That's funny.
None of that was expected.
No, none at all. I had no clue we'd be talking about terms from the 30s and 20s and porn.
No, not from him.
No, not from Harrison, right? That's awesome.
Crazy.
All right, you guys, text us at 402-403-9478. You can also check us out anywhere on social media. It's Pat and JT. Feel free to slide into our DMs if you want. We'd appreciate it. Thanks for listening.
JT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.